Hey guys, this is Chris, the lower, slower board gamer, and I come to you tonight to discuss a matter of extreme importance. That's right, the time has finally come for me to show my final list for the War Room's 2023 War Game Challenge. The War Room, for those of you not familiar with it, it is a show that is put on every Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Time here in the U.S., and it is hosted by a trio of fantastic wargamers who bring together a great community. And those would be ID Jester, Tony's Board Life, and the Rough Swordsman Wargamer over in the UK across the pond. I don't think I hacked that one too badly. You have to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, Rough. Anyway, what the challenge is, simply, is to play 10 war games in a year. And as they say, it may seem easier than it actually is. A lot of guys who get up for this challenge, sometimes they don't make it. They're only finishing 6, 7, 8, 9 a season, 8 or 9 games in a year. But this is the breakdown of the challenge. Rules to compete in the 2023 10 War Games Challenge. You must post your list of 10 games that you will play in 2023 by January 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Tack Up Wargaming Facebook or consimworld group. I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo for the group. You must include a photo of each game you play on the Tack Up Wargaming Facebook or consimworld group. And you must be a Tack Up Facebook consimworld subscriber, which I am. New rules for 2023. In case you participated last year, there are some differences. This is my first, so these are just the rules I know. One of my 10 games must be released in 2023, and one of them is, and it's going to actually be the first game I play because I'm learning it. It's new and shiny, and since I'm playing it, I'm going to be familiar with the rules when I play it. But it can be a reprint, a new game, or a deluxe combo expansion pack as long as it was released in 2023. You must include at least one after-action report for one of the games you play. This can include photos, written text, or reviews. Each of the AAR will be featured during the War Room shows, highlighting all of your effort. And you must have completed at least 4 of your 10 games by June 30th. If you complete this challenge by the end of 2023, you will be entered into a drawing to win wonderful prizes from the War Room, and hopefully this will encourage you to continue your wargame journey through the years. Now, I'm going to say that personally, I don't consider myself a wargamer. I consider myself a board gamer. It's on the channel, sports games, strat, APBA, you name it. I mean, my sports gaming is legendary. On a hiatus lately, but we'll get back to that. I'm going to do more of that this year. Board games. You've seen a lot of the new board games that I'm playing. And I do have some war games. I've had some on. Gettysburg over the July 4th weekend a few years ago. Don't know if I've put any more down. However, this is a list of the games that I plan on playing for the challenge. First up, and this is going to be the new hotness that I just got. It just showed up in the mail, and it is my 2023 entry, and that is going to be Sniper Kill Confirmed by Compass Games, game designed by J. Kirkpatrick. And this is, a lot of my games may be considered a war game light. They're the ones I own. They're combat related. This I'm going to play through the campaign, which is 10 missions. So that should take me some time to complete. I'm not going to let myself off easy, so don't worry about that. I'm going to stick by the rules. They say as long as you think that you've done a war game, who can tell you whether you're right or wrong? I agree with that 100%, but I'm going to start with that, and I'm not going to play any 1 or 2 30-minute session games. I'm going to make what I do substantive. My second is going to be another new game that I got a couple of weeks ago, Memoir 44. Now again, Wargame Lite. However, there are a lot of scenarios in this box. This is the core game, is all I have. So I am going to go ahead and play through scenarios. I want to try to get 5, 6, 7 hours of play out of the game in order to call it a war game. I mean, I want to put some time into it. I've also got the Overlord expansion coming. That'll be here sometime next week. So this is going to be second because the rules are simple and I'm kind of familiar with it, so I want to be able to jump right into this and get some momentum going through the year. My third game, and I have had this on the channel as well in the past, it's going to be Warfighter, the World War II tactical combat card game by DVG, Danvers and Games. And I'm going to play, I remember 17 on the time marker took me a little over 2 hours. So I want to commit to playing 45 time total across the missions. So again, I'm going to have some time involved in playing this. It's not going to be one and done. I'm going to do my dues for you guys. There are a lot of light war games here, but I'm going to put the time into it. And there's going to be a lot of videos, probably. The fourth one, I played last year, hadn't played in a long time. I'm going to play it again this year. Heavy game. Fortress Europa by the Avalon Hill Game Company. This is an early edition, and I am going to stretch this out on the table. Definitely going to have this done by June 30th. Hope to have this done by April 30th. We'll see how it goes. But I am going to slog through this, and that's going to take a good amount of time. So I'm going to play a whole version of this all the way from June through, I believe it ends in March. I think it's 9 months. It might be 10. It's been a while since I've seen it. But Avalon Hill's Fortress Europa is going to be my number 4. Yes. My number 5 game, I think I had this on the channel. I'm sure I did. And again, it's going to encompass multiple missions to get the play out of it. Is going to be Corsair Leader, World War II Pacific Theater Solitaire game by DVG, Danvers and Games. And I plan on doing a whole lot of those. Luzon is the introductory, and I played through that one. I'm going to work through it little by little. Again, I'm going to go through as many missions as I can, level up pilots, and just we're going to go through that like crazy. My 6th game, and this is going to include a special request from the community, and it has to be granted by a lot of people, because I don't know, well, we'll get to that later. Game number 6, Gettysburg, Avalon Hill Game Company. This is the 125th anniversary edition. I had it on the channel quite a few years ago, and I'm going to do it again. So this is going to be game number 6. Game number 7, my final Avalon Hill entry into the challenge, is going to be 1776. I've only played the 1775 year. Played it 2 or 3 times, but this time I'm going to delve into the whole thing. So we are going to, I'm kind of an American Revolutionary War buff. It's been a long time since I really read into stuff, but I mean, I've got books at the yin yang. The first book I ever got was called The Long Fuse, and it was about the British perspective of the War of Rebellion. So I'm coming up on 30 years having really dug into the American Revolution, so this is going to be fun to get into and delve into once again. 8 and 9 are going to go hand in hand, and the intent is to try to carry one over into the other. Game 8 is going to be GMT Games The Hunters, German U-Boats at War, 1939 to 1943. My intent is to start early in the war, hopefully survive the whole way through this game, so that way when I get to game number 9, I can continue the same boat with The Hunted. Sorry, I apologize profusely. This is by Consim Press. Sorry guys, please don't flog me or castigate me or anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, please. Forgive my ignorance. Forgive me. Consim Press Military History Simulation Game. Consim Press. Consim Press. I'm sorry. But then The Hunted by GMT Games, which is the twilight of the U-boats from 43 through the end of the conflict. And I hope to have a U-boat that has survived the early two-thirds of the war to get to this and carry that same boat as far as it will go in this simulation. And that is the only one I'm not worried about time involved. If I carry a U-boat into the second game, it's going to go to its conclusion. The final game. Arguably the biggest war game I have, even over Fortress Europa, I think. It's close. It's real close. And this is going to be the one I wrap it up with. This is going to be Cataclysm, A Second World War by GMT Games. I love the way this plays. I love how you only get turns as they're drawn blind out of a cup. I love the diplomacy. I love the different things that the governments can do, jockeying around and committing themselves as far as trying to draw themselves towards war, trying to build their machines so that way they can produce and have interaction with the other powers around the world until World War II breaks out. This is a fun game. I'm going to play the full war, the full Monty from 33 to end of the war. So I am going to commit to the full, and I've gone through the full a couple of times. It's been a couple of years since I played it, but I absolutely love Cataclysm, A Second World War by GMT Games. And then I have one final thing that I want to throw in here, okay? Because one of the games is absolutely Wargame Light, and I fully admit to it. And that Wargame is Gettysburg. There's 3 days. I go through it quickly. If it takes 2 hours, I'm really just taking my time and not trying to be quick or anything. What I am hoping to get approval for is, may I reserve the right to change this game for a new game later in the year. I don't know which game I would like to purchase. I'm going to be looking around, see if anything interests me. But if I come up with something, and it's going to be a heavier game than Gettysburg, may I change it? Please let me know in the comments below if the War Room and any of the Consim group or Tack Up Wargaming group guys see this. Let me know. I would like to find a heavier game. I really would be surprised if you guys were like, no, naysayer! Stick to the purity of the challenge! These are all the games I own, with one exception, Squad Leader, and I replaced Squad Leader on the list with Memoir 44. Because it's new and it's shiny and it does the same thing. So that, ladies and gentlemen, that is my The War Room 2023 Wargame Challenge, 10 Wargame Challenge. Matter of fact, let me change that real quick, just because it's me. 2023 10 Wargame Challenge. There. Is that better? Because that's the official name of the challenge, and it should be on the screen. And actually, you can't see the T. Oh, because I did it. Okay, got it. So, yeah, let me just... doink. That'll work. Now you can see it. Yeah, I'm smart boy. I just make 4th video today. Guys, that is all I have for you tonight. I wanted to share this with you. Again, the Facebook group, I'm going to have the link down in the doobly-doo if anybody would like to join. I know I'm getting late showing the games I'm going to do. I just gotten Sniper in, so I wanted to make sure I had that so I could show it off. If not, I was just going to have a picture of it and flash it up on the screen, whatever. But you still have until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the good old United States of America to get onto the Facebook group, to join, be a subscriber to the War Room, and put your list up. And, you know, if I bring one more person, if I can inspire one more person to play more games, I'm good with that, man. That's what this whole thing is all about. ID Jester, Tony's Board Life, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. I appreciate greatly everything you guys do for us. I don't watch you guys often because you're doing your thing while I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons, but I catch you whenever I can. And I'll watch videos late in the evening just to catch up and see what happened. Like 2 hours, but surprisingly, I finish a lot of the videos. I really do. I mean, the shows are great. And all of us appreciate what you guys do for us. Guys, this has been Chris, the lower, slower board gamer, hoping to inspire you to put cardboard on your table, roll dice, draw cards, move markers around, do whatever you have to do to be creative and have fun. Thank you very much for watching. Keep on rolling.